was going to write you a letter. When I turned the page, I'd have the courage, yeah. And it's tough to let go even after all of this time. You are the reason why I'm fucked up, was drugged up. I looked out 'cause I believed in all those lies. That you loved me, you never loved me. I don't know how to accept that what you did still colors me black. And it's got me like, I feel so, made this void now, you don't look back. And it's got me like, I feel so, let's let you there. Let's let you there. What you did still colors me black. And it's got me like, feel so
Research on me was, he makes sex jokes. He's good.
My other weird hobby is drawing hentai.
I'm that thing at the end of the day people can tune into, escape the world, have a laugh, and watch this idiot do some stupid shit. Hi boys.
Oh shit! That's great. I know what that is. That's alright, boys. Line him up. Line him up. Oh fuck. I don't know what just happened then. Oh. Go for the nice cooked juicy sausage. You had. Oh no! Oh no! Right here. Spiral into the abyss of hell. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. I love children people. Now.
I may as well die in here.
Oh Christ, it is focused on me right now. Never gonna give you a hand. Here it comes. There's a hand. I'm getting banged from all angles here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. How are we all doing? How's it going? It's a Monday. We've made it to another week. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let me know what you got up to, what you were doing. I can't remember. It's been that kind of Monday, I guess. What did I do? Yesterday we went and did the food shop. That's exciting. Saturday we didn't actually do a lot. We chilled on Saturday. Yeah, Mr. Brandon's had a cough all weekend, so we didn't really want to go out and about too much and infect family and friends and stuff. So we kind of stayed home for the most of it. So yeah, pretty relaxed weekend. Not too much to report. Although next weekend we're doing a lot of stuff next weekend. We are seeing plenty of friends and plenty of family. So more active weekend next weekend. But yes, hope you all had a good weekend. Welcome to the new week. We're going to be doing some Minecraft today. Kind of start the week off in a bit of a chill mood as we carry on with some of these builds. I don't know which ones I'm going to do just yet. At some point I do need to get back to doing the main city. I'm kind of doing the breakaway settlement at the minute. So yeah, eventually we'll go back to the city. Maybe do something like today. I don't know. Like some of the buildings there are huge, and when you're a bit tired, it just feels like a big task to do. But we'll see where we get to. Anyways, right, let's get it so you guys can see the game. Also, I got a story to tell with something that happened in Minecraft. You might hear that you can hear him a little bit actually in the background. we got some visitors in the floor above us in the house. If you can call this a house at the minute. It's still very much being constructed. Yeah. There's visitors upstairs. So we had these guys appear. I was actually AFK at the time, so I don't even know how the hell they've all got in. But I was like stood like here or something. Got up from my got up from my PC, went to do something, came back, I was dead. I was like, okay, and the death message read that I was shot, so I was like, okay, well, it's been a skeleton. So I respawned, come back here, using the command to get back to my death spot, and I got my stuff back, and I was like, okay. Just started to head out as I normally would, and then I had 4 freaking horsemen staring me down. And yeah, there was a bit of a small fight. Knocked them all off their horses. So we now have 4 skeleton horses to utilise. I could just go and put them over in the what's it called? In the stable. If I remember where I put my... There it is. Can you get on these straight away? They're just instantly... Yeah. Although, I'm going to have to make a bigger hole to get these things out. I'm also going to need a new pickaxe at some point. So we'll take these straight over to the stables and store them away. For use at some point, I don't know when. Okay, odd question. Never actually tried doing this in Minecraft. Can you breed skeleton horses to make more skeleton horses? This might sound like a really obvious or basic question for Minecraft at this point, but I've honestly never tried it. So I need that back, because I got another 3 to bring over here. Yeah, I'm very confused as to how they got into that. Oh, actually, maybe they came in through the roof, or like the upper floor. That is an option, because the upper floor is still open. I haven't put a roof on this thing yet, so maybe the lightning struck up there, and then they came down this, which is more accessible to them. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you for exact how they got in there, because I was away from my PC at the time when they appeared and murdered me. But they're here now, and we're going to keep them. They now are prisoners of war, which will be utilised in war if we need them. I mean, could you imagine like an entire faction of soldiers turning up on skeleton horses? That would be terrifying. Especially if those things like armoured to... Wait, can you put armour on them? Again, I don't really use horses much in Minecraft. I know there's standard horses, you can definitely put armour on it. I didn't have a look in the inventory slots to see if there was a space for armour. I'm going to presume there is. Hey Decal, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, many horses. Okay, no, you can't put armor on. Still, they're I can make them into a museum piece, I guess. I'm thinking, what is there to report about since the last Minecraft stream? I've worked on some of the houses, but not like massively changed much, apart from one area. It's not massively changed though. Sorry, I had something in my throat. Still there, it's just tickling. I'm in fact very tired, stayed up until 7 AM playing Marvel Rivals. Jesus Christ. I was leaving for work at that point, and you hadn't gone to bed yet. Why were you doing an all-nighter? Was there a certain occasion, or you just like started gaming and didn't realise what time it was? or you just felt like pulling an all-nighter. It's fine, I just woke up 10 minutes ago. That's, yeah, that's good sleep. Tournament practice with friends on another time zone. When's the tournament? Okay, there we go. There's our new horseman. For a sec, I thought those windows were open and they could get out. Yeah, they're all four of them there. There's the two, I was going to say human horses, but you know what I mean? Fleshy horses. Today, in a few hours. Okay, some last minute grinding. Although, aren't you going to be kind of tired? It's a short community one made. It's a short community made one. No prizes, but I want to get my name out there in the competitive scene. Do you want to become a pro esports player in the future? Is that like your career aim? Because Tico, don't you also do game development stuff, like programming and coding and all that? Or am I mixing that up? Stick the saddle back. Okay. Why do I have two of these? No idea. We're going to put one of you away. I don't need two of you on me right now. Could do with a little bit more bread. So we'll go see our two local farmers, who are definitely not being held captive. For a sec I thought I was going to break a plant. Game development is like an actual job. Esports is a dream, but I don't think I'm that good. Hey, don't doubt yourself. Otherwise, you'll never make it, because you'll just think, what's the point? Never doubt yourself. Always push yourself. The idea is if I get popular in the competitive scene, people might come by and check streams. True. I mean, that is one of the ways you can stream. Obviously, as you notice with mine, it's not so much that. I tried to be more the funny type. Because I'm not that good at games where I can be like somebody that people will watch for advice and tips on like how to do well at games. I'm not that kind of gamer anyway. I think even if I was really good at a game, I don't think I'd still go down esports route, because it's just, it's not me really. I like to play games because I just want to chill out, have an escape. And I like to stream because I like hearing like other people's stories, and obviously through streaming you get to talk to a lot of different people that without streaming you wouldn't have been able to really. So yeah, I like to hear people's stories. I also like to share on the games that I enjoy playing, and generally I just want to pay words. I want to pay people. Fucking hell, brain just had a stroke. I want to make people laugh. That is what I was trying to say. It sounds really corny when you say it, but you know, if you can put a smile on somebody's face, make the day better. Self promo after every comp game in match chat. Do it. I've done that in some game chats before, and people have come by. I think it was mainly in Titanfall 2 where I did that, and yeah, you did have a couple of people stop by and say, "Hey, great match," or "Always love seeing another Titanfall player," or you know, they've always wanted to watch a Titanfall streamer. And yeah, Titanfall died. The servers got absolutely annihilated. I think they're fixed now, but I think the community, it took EA and Respawn so long to fix the damn servers. I think a lot of the community just fell off. Also, I think they made their own launcher for it, so they could actually have custom servers which were hosted by themselves, or you know, you could have your own hosted server rather than being ones run by the publishers or developers or whatever. So yeah, Titanfall changed. I mean, Titanfall 1 is gone, I think, at this point. I'm pretty sure EA or Respawn or whichever it was said that's a lost cause, which I think is kind of wrong, but yeah, it's an older game, but still was being played and stuff, like to an extent where it was probably feasible, or not, What's the right word? Like morally correct to keep those servers going. Because, especially with Titanfall 1, because it wasn't all just online. If I remember correctly, it's been a while since I played it. But like in Titanfall 2, you had the campaign, which was a single player separate thing, and then you had the multiplayer. So, like, if they shut down the servers for Titanfall 2, you'd at least have the single player, which you could still replay. Why is this playing fucking Christmas music? But with Titanfall 1, I'm pretty sure if they turned off the servers, you kind of lost the game, because it was multiplayer. Even the campaign which was in it was multiplayer. Right, let's find something for us to do. I mean, I could do the roof up. I think I need some more resources. So yeah, I've done more of that one up. I did more of that one up. This one, I think I did a little bit more of. That's the building we did last stream. I've worked on that a little bit more, so we have some more bees now. We're actually managing to get a bit of a honey farm going. And then I started extending it a little bit more, so I thought, okay, let's start making this into an underground bee area. No armor. No. I keep saying, like, I've not got around to doing this yet. But I keep telling myself, once I've got some villagers sorted, that I can then get mending books from and stuff like that, so I can enchant the armor that I do have, then I'll start wearing it. Because I do have a full set of netherite armor, which I made like 2 months ago or something at this point. I've just had it set in a chest back in Crusadia. Also, I thought I'd made some netherite tools and weapons, but I hadn't actually got around to doing that. I think I did have some left to make some tools and armor, but I just didn't get around to making it. Hey, Mr. Brunny. By the way, if you de-op yourself temporarily, it fixes the electricity thing, where it bugs out with your health. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, you mean like where it flashes on and off? Where it does that? I didn't realize that was a de-op thing. Is it literally de-op? Oh. Un-op? Oh, wait, un-bop. Hey, Grins, thank you very much for sharing the live. I mean, you've absolutely been smacking that share button. I appreciate it. De-op in your name. Oh, okay. De-op. Friend. So. It still does it. Nope. Still, unless I have to relog. Maybe I have to relog. It's fine, I'll see if that works later. Okay. What to do today? This eventually will be beetroot, I think I was going to put here. And then on this side, maybe melons and pumpkins. We've got sugarcane over there. We have got some more space over there as well to put some other crop. I can't think of any others right now. Could do netherwort, maybe. Possibly. I do need to do some more work on the mine, so that it connects more into the large cave. Because I think I did a bit of that. Also, this will eventually have like a lift mechanism on it. So the way it would work, it can go down, it can get supplies onto it, and then it comes back up, and then eventually there'll also be rails here which feed down into the supply area. Well, storage area, I should say. By the way, you should check out the modded server sometime, it's quite active. 4 players online right now. Okay, I'm guessing because that sometimes works where it connects with the other world, so it shows that people are online but not in this world. Hey Jordan, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, even though we've had the modded server for ages, I haven't actually got around to playing on it yet. I keep saying I'm going to play it. But, like, as many of you know who've played Minecraft with me in the past or have watched Minecraft streams before, I'm a builder, so I just kind of build all the time. It is my, like, relaxation thing if I'm, you know, outside of the streams and I'm not really wanting to play anything too active, if you know what I mean. I will just hop onto Minecraft and I'll just be, you know, I'll just build something. What the fuck are you doing? He's having a rave, apparently. Okay. He's just there, like, where is it? Where's the button? Oh, you would stop as soon. Oh, you bastard.
Bird machine. Check.
I was gonna... Ow. Fuck off. Okay. He just snuck up behind. It's up and out. Mod gives you a ton of extra building blocks and whatnot to experiment with. Like chairs and furniture and all that sort of stuff. I will check it out at some point. But yeah, I'm as you can see, like, we're building this. At some point I will get back to building this. It looks so much bigger compared to the other place. Even though, like, I think it's like twice the size. What are you doing? Also, thank you for everybody liking the live on TikTok. I appreciate it. We're smashing those numbers recently. That is one thing that I've noticed with TikTok, which is actually nice to see, because with Twitch, there isn't like a consistency to it. Some streams will do great, some streams will do average. What I've noticed with TikTok is there is like a that sort of thing on the graph for the streams. So it's not like you see that TikTok's kind of seeing, okay, this person is streaming more often. They're starting to get a little bit more views with the streams. We'll start like pushing them a little bit more. So there seems to be more of a growth mechanism on TikTok than there is on Twitch. I think Twitch did used to have this, but it seems to be that they've taken that away for the smaller streamers and kind of focused all that on the big boys. Which is a shame, because Twitch used to be a great place for growth as well. And then they screwed it. Because I'm guessing they saw big streamers means money. Even though little streamers that grow become big streamers, and then that means more money. You know, Twitch needs to learn how investment works. Invest in creators. One, they become big and you can get money off them. Two, if they grow on your platform, they're more likely to stay with your platform. So you can create a bit of a loyalty system. Yeah, short-term greed over long-term growth. Exactly. And they wonder why so many people have moved over into other things or just old multi-stream. Do you like Brazil? Answer yes or no. I mean, I've never been to the place, so I wouldn't say I dislike it. So I guess by that reasoning, I default to liking it. I don't know if I mean, I know there's a high crime rate there, so I don't know if I'd want to visit. There are probably areas of it which are very beautiful to go to and picturesque and stuff like that. So I don't want to diss Brazil. It's just the crime rate, from what you hear, sounds a bit awful. Actually, did I show you guys this room? Yeah, I made a little forge area for myself. Also, did I start storing stuff in these? I don't think I did. But, because I was starting to overflow with, like, dirt and cobblestone. And andesite. Andesite seems to be everywhere here. I was going to put it all in these. Because, yeah, I got dirt in that one. Cobble. Andesite. Yep. Andesite in there. Gravel in these. I think there's more gravel in one of those as well. More dirt there. I got so much stuff from terraforming. It's unreal. I'm definitely going to need more diamonds for a pickaxe. Too many. Okay. I should have enough to do a roof, I think. I could do with more spruce though. Wish I got those there. Okay, let's see how far we can get with a roof. We'll need more stairs though. I also need some of these. Okay, let's see if we can get a couple of roofs done today. Okay, I've not done that up yet, apparently. I need stairs. Wrong one, this one. Nope. Still wrong one. Yeah? Yes. Also, yeah, I played a little bit too much of that Schedule 1 over the weekend. I bought it on Saturday morning? It might be Friday evening, I can't remember. And I think I played like 8.5 hours of it on Saturday. And then played another like 3 or 4 maybe on Sunday. I'm already at the bungalow stage. I've got like 4 workers. An absolute stack of product. I found that it's actually kind of an easy game in terms of the police. They actually don't threaten you too much. Because as long as you just keep running and stuff, they'll want, if they see you, they'll never catch you. But their like detection bar thing takes long enough to fill that you can just quickly like get out of their view and it's gone again. But it is a lot of fun. I mean, so far I've only played it single player. We will be playing multiplayer of it on Wednesday for the Wednesday stream this week. So yeah, if you have been thinking about getting it, or you don't know what it is and you're intrigued, definitely join us for the Wednesday stream, because we'll be grinding some more of that out. Because yeah, I need to get out of the bungalow now. I've kind of outgrown the space a little bit. Also, I want to start messing around with where you can do you can mix things, so you can put your, I don't know if I can say the words. I don't know which platform will be like, no, you can't buy drugs, even though it's a game. But then again, I'm not playing the actual game at the time, so there might be like a loophole where if you're playing the game which has it, it's okay, but if you're not, it's like nope. But yeah, basically you can mix things with other things to make a higher value thing. I'll explain it more on Wednesday. But yeah, it's a really chill game, like, you know, like Minecraft, where you kind of just make stuff or don't have to focus too much on it. Some of the stuff does get a bit tedious soon after you start playing, when you're all doing it all yourself. You don't have any employees yet. Okay, just trying to figure out how we're going to do the roof. Because I want to cover this bit, but I'm going to have it done differently. So I might do the main part of the roof first, and then try and work that out separately. So this is going to be like an L-shaped roof. So this side will have the arch, that side will have the arch. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Okay, where did I start on this one? Do I start here? I think so. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I can feel that one brewing. I forgot to take my my new hay fever pills to work today, so I didn't have them. I didn't take. I took the other ones, which aren't as good. So I've been sneezing more today. Also, annoyingly, in the UK, today's been a little bit, quite a bit colder than like last week. Last week the weather was great. There's a lot of sunshine last week and like very little cloud cover. But then today it's been a lot of cloud cover and I think some rain as well. I think, yeah, on the drive home. What the? I don't even know how I do this sometimes. I just fuck this up so bad. Oh well. We'll fix that later, I guess. I don't want it going too high or it looks a bit ridiculous. So I'm going to do it up to here. So let's bring you out into the wall. I'll probably get it at some point. I've been busy with modded Repo with some of my buddies. I do want to play Repo, but nobody seems to invite me. God damn it! I don't have the game yet, but I do want to get it because it does look funny as hell from the clips and stuff that I've seen on TikTok and stuff like that. Because it definitely looks similar to how Lethal Company plays. And I do enjoy Lethal Company. I feel like it was one of those games which died off somewhat quickly. You know, like Schedule 1 will probably be the next one where it, you know, it's really popular for like 3-4 months and then just dips really quick. Although, apparently, a lot of... I watched a video about it yesterday, and the guy was spot on with what he was saying. Where like the AAA devs and the bigger publishers and all that sort of stuff see an indie game which has been made like by 1 or 2 people or whatever. They'll see this game doing really well and be like, okay, why is that happening? This one person or this 2-person built game should not be doing this well. So we're just gonna go for it. Because I mean, I disagree with some of what the guy in the video was saying. Because basically he was explaining that I can't remember which publisher or developer it was. But they made the game series Drug Dealer 1 and 2, and they've investigated Schedule 1 to see like if there's any copyright issue or whatever, because essentially it's another drug dealing game, which is a bit loose to go after a game. It'll be like Sims going after Inzoi. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I've done this. goes there, right? I think so. But where I disagree with them is that they're going after it because it's popular. When, to some extent, when companies have trademarks and patents and copyrights and stuff like that, they legally have to protect those things. Because if they don't, one, I think they can get fined for it. I need to look this up properly. I did learn about this when I studied business at uni. But yeah, if they don't protect it, obviously people can go and nick off it. But they can also lose the patent or the trademark or whatever for it if they don't look after it and protect it. So, to some extent, whilst it's annoying, places will investigate other things for potential copyright or whatever, or infringements, purely because they have to do it, otherwise they potentially lose the patent or the trademark or the copyright. So, whilst we can blame the developers or the publishers or whoever it is that's going after it, at the same time, it's more we have to blame the system rather than the individual business or the individual, because they're only doing it because, well, there's one extent that they're doing it because they have to do it. Nintendo tried to paint in the game mechanic of putting creatures in an object for Pokemon to get at Palworld. Yeah, I've heard that Nintendo have been... Actually, wait. It is Nintendo that does Pokemon, right? Or is it Niantic? Or is Niantic just Pokemon Go? I'm always getting them mixed up. But yeah, Pokemon creators. I'll just refer to them as that. I have heard that they've been like retroactively... They've been trying to set up patents now to sort of like retroactively go against Palworld, which to me is just so shady. Like I don't want to diss Pokemon because I love Pokemon, but at the same time, that's just not right. If something's already made, you shouldn't be able to then, unless obviously, yeah, if they've made it before something was patented or put into like a contract or whatever, they shouldn't be able to then go after it. Surely that is written somewhere that can't happen. Also, Dharma Story, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, for those just joining, you've joined a big discussion on game development and copyright and all that sort of stuff and patents and everything. Because, yeah, I was watching a video yesterday about Schedule 1 and apparently there's some developers and stuff trying to go for it because they feel like it's, well, one, partially because they may have to, but also possibly because they don't like the competition or whatever. Have I fucked this up? I'm getting so confused by this build that I've done. This is why I hate doing roofs. Because like this bit overlaps, but that bit doesn't. I don't think I've gone far enough on this side. Oh well. I cannot be else fixing that right now. So we're just going to roll with it. It's an imperfection. It makes it more human in that way. But yeah, I think the guy in the video did mention about like how Pokemon was doing it against Palworld. Which, to theirs, I can see to some extent being more of an issue, because it's more of a specific thing that they're going after, where it's it was the whole capturing creatures in a ball, whilst with the drug dealer devs, or I think it was more the publisher rather than the devs, or that's what they're saying, because the devs are kind of, people aren't sure if they're actually unaware of it, or if it's like they're playing dumb to it, because it was the publisher of the game that went after Schedule 1 rather than the developers of the game. Yeah, what was I saying? I've lost track of. Yeah, with Drug Dealer and Schedule 1, it was more the fact that it's a drugs-related game where you're making drugs, rather than like a specific thing in the game. Whilst Pokemon and Pal World, from what I've read, which I haven't looked into it too much, but it is more the whole capturing creatures in a ball, rather than just being like a game where you capture creatures and battle creatures. So I can understand the Pokemon one more than the Schedule 1 and Drug Deal one, because it is more of a focused thing. And then yeah, the guy said like he didn't like the idea of patents and stuff in game developing, but at the same time it's like, it depends like which foot the shoe's on. Because I think if it was the indie developer that had patented like a really good system in the game, the guy would be like, okay, well that's you know, empowering the indie developer against AAA developers. It's like, well, if it was the other way around, you don't like it, but if it's that way around, you would. They didn't say this, but that's what I feel like the argument was, or could potentially have been. Like, yeah, I'm all for indie developers going up against the AAAs, but it's got to be fair on both sides. If you don't like one doing a thing, you shouldn't like either of them do the thing. Plus, at this point, you're never going to get rid of patents. They're in all different industries. Indie devs know how to price games fairly, and that's all I care about. Yeah, that is that was also one of the things that he mentioned. Because yeah, what he was one of the arguments that he was making about why Schedule 1 has been so popular is it's not a bloated game. It's a somewhat, I don't want to say basic because I might make it sound like it's, you know, like amateur or something, which it's not. I have no idea how to do game development, so I wouldn't have a clue how to make this kind of game. But what you get with a lot of like big games is they get so many features and stuff thrown into it where it kind of dilutes. It sometimes kind of dilutes the main aim of the game, or the main thing of the game that was supposed to be the fun element of it. Also, with Schedule 1, the developer has made a basic game where the whole aim is it's supposed to be some fun doing what you're doing, and they've given it a fair price point. I think it was it $20 or something on release. I think it was like £15 or something in the UK. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then when they saw it was starting to get a bit of, you know, publicity about it, I think the guy also then put it on sale at like 20% off. Which, I mean, if the guy was thinking this way, I don't know, but if he was, it's genius to the extent of it's got the publicity, it's got like the core people who've invested into it initially started playing it and then streamed it or, you know, posted clips and stuff or word of mouth or whatever. And then, because they've shown it to their friends and communities and whatever, they're now thinking, oh, I might get this. And then the developer's been like, okay, we're going to lower the price by 20%. So anyone that was thinking of getting this might be won over even more by a lower price point. Which is, it's genius. Anyone who's like on, you know, on the fence of, I might get it, it looks fun, who's now thinking, okay, I'm getting that, it's on sale. Because, you know, we're all susceptible to a good sale. Steam sales show that. I'm pretty sure everybody who has a Steam account has at some point bought a game on Steam on a sale and then has not actually played that game yet. I know I've got quite a few which are like that. At some point I should probably start a series where it's me doing a different, like maybe 1 or 2 games per stream, where I'm just trying to play all the games in my Steam library at least once for maybe like a minimum of an hour or something. I have over 200 games in my Steam library. I wasted so much money. Just 200. I've got just short of 900. But that is because I had Humble Bundle for ages, which I might cancel this year, because you get some good games in it, but I feel like you get a lot of ones which I probably wouldn't actually play. So yeah, I might cancel that this year. But still, if you like to try out different games, and if you want to get a selection of games for cheaper than you would do if you bought them elsewhere, definitely try out Humble Bundle. Plus, a lot of the money that they make from the sales do go towards charities. I think the charity changes per month, so you can check in as to which one they're focusing on in that month. I mean, just in general, you can go to the Humble Bundle store and you generally find games cheaper than you can do in other places. And still, even though they're cheaper than other places, they still give some of that money to charity. I don't know. I don't get where they get these keys from. I've never really looked into it. I mean, I'm not saying like they're not legit or anything, but they must either take a smaller percentage for themselves so that they can still give some to charity, or they get the games cheaper in the first place. I'm going to move that one down, because I'm going to keep this all level. They mass buy on big sales and resell the keys at slightly higher later on. Okay. I mean, I've never really looked into how that works, so it goes over my head a little bit. I definitely didn't bring enough stairs, I don't think. Regular for starting the crusade. I mean, it's a very chill crusade today. We are just building and having, you know, discussions that don't need to be heated ones like politics. I mean, people say, well, you know, you can talk about politics without being heated, but it's so easy for a political discussion to turn into an argument. Okay, stir, because that can go there. of loot. Yeah, it's not my best. I'll do for now. I might change it later. I missed a block. Yeah, I definitely need a lot more stairs. Actually, I think I'm going to need a lot more dark oak, which is all the way up there. Can't see it from here, it's on the other side of the hill. At some point, I will need to finish off the warehouse as well. And the tavern, which is underneath it. I was thinking, where can I put a tavern? I thought, with this one, I could make it unique and put it next to the dock. I feel like that's where the hub of a lot of people will be passing through. So you get a lot of footfall, so it would kind of work for a tavern to be there. Okay, let's go get some more dark oak. Eventually this will just be this whole area. Okay, easy enough. Did my TikTok stream just go down? No, I think it's good. It's popped up with a message saying internal server error, whatever that means. It's not my connection because Streamlabs is showing that's fine. There's no technical issues happening there. Just a few. Of course, the last one will be too high. There we go. I'll have to keep my eye out for the saplings, so we can try and replant more than we already have. Yeah, on Friday we're doing some more Sea of Thieves. I will get a crew of people ready for that one. Don't know if we'll do... I mean, I'll see how I feel on Friday. But yeah, I don't know if we'll do high seas or safer seas. We might try out high seas. I have not played high seas in ages. Kill all the players from it. I know, I'm not really the biggest PvPer. Plus, I find so many of the crews in that I've come across have been sweaty. Also, the other annoying thing, many of the crews that you do come up against, that, you know, they hunt you down and fight you and everything, they're not even playing as Reapers. Because they know that Reapers show up on the map. So they like get around the system by not playing as a Reaper faction. It's like that, you're kind of defeating the point. So a lot of them have actually ended up being the gold faction. Run away from other players to keep your money. And yeah, I mean, you can. We've tried doing that in the past. But they literally will follow you for... I think the longest time we had somebody following us was like an hour. Eventually they did catch up to us as well, because I think there was only 2 of us manning the ship. So we couldn't... I think there was a full crew on theirs. They had a galleon. I think we had a... I think it was a brig. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were also playing as gold. Also, there should be some like unwritten code that islands, like outposts, are like safe havens. There's to be no attacking each other at those. I mean, by the actual pirate code, they wouldn't have attacked each other anyway, because it was written into the pirate code that pirates do not attack pirates. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it was actually quite rare, because if it did happen, you were outcasted by the pirate community, or whatever the right term is for them, and they would actually hunt them down and kill them, and yeah, you were outlawed. Because as much as like the movies depict pirates as being, you know, like bandits and raiders and the lawless, they did actually have their own code. They even had their own government. So they were like sophisticated people. Plus, they mainly wanted to go after. I think it was between the Spaniards and the English navies, because they'd hired them before this as privateers and mercenaries, and then I think it was the English first that kind of cut the contracts with them all, and then outlawed it, so that privateers that kept performing their acts or whatever could be arrested. And then yeah, the name changed to pirates, and that's where the whole pirate age came from. And then that's when the pirates started focusing on taking down the navies. It's sort of like revenge for what happened to them. Because yeah, there was I don't know how many privateers there were when the contracts were ended, but I'm guessing it was a fair few, and not many people just suddenly getting unemployed. They'll all be thinking, you know, where's me next? How am I going to put bread on the table? So the easy way to do that was to steal. Plunder. But not from each other. Is there any more saplings dropped? One. I need more than one. Level 17 woodcutter. I think I've still got woodcutter as a job. I'm pretty sure I have. I think it's popped up with my money every so often. Although, is it that one that pops up very briefly? Yeah, it is. At some point, once I've got majority of building done, I'll probably swap the jobs that I have out for farming and stuff like that. And make an absolute shed ton from the farm below. Also, apparently we're getting another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. But it's like an entirely new cast. So we'll see how well that does. I mean, Disney haven't had a great track record recently with movies. We all saw how well Snow White did. Or should I say how abysmal it did. It feels like they've kind of run out of ideas, or majority of what they're doing now is just remakes. And they're not even doing some of those well. Like, Beauty and the Beast was a great remake. The Cinderella one, I thought was okay. It wasn't anything special. But, like, the Moana stuff, I mean, we've only just really... I say only just, probably like a good 5, 6, 7 years ago or something. I had the first Moana movie, and we're already getting a live-action remake of it. It's like, that's one of the newest things, and you're already doing the remake. Do we need to do remakes so often? I get, like, maybe after a while doing a remake. Like, I think they're looking at doing a remake of the Harry Potter series. But instead of it being movies, I think it's going to be like a series of episodes. So we'll see how that does. Apparently they're already doing the funny stuff with the casting. Which, that never seems to do well. Why do they keep going for it? Also, at some point I do want to play Hogwarts Legacy. Still not actually got around to getting that. Because I do like the Harry Potter movies. Fantastic Beasts was okay, but I didn't quite get the, you know, that Wizarding World vibe off it I did from Harry Potter series. So they were okay movies, but they didn't live up to the Harry Potter series in any way. Also, they remade the Quidditch game. Like, I played the original one back on the GameCube. I think I've got it somewhere up on that shelf somewhere. But I don't think it must have not done very well, because like it very actually did it even get marketed well? Because I think I only heard a couple of times that it was coming out. But since it was released, I haven't really heard anything about it. So I'm guessing it just hasn't, either wasn't marketed well or just didn't gain any traction. Which I'm guessing it's likely the latter. That it wasn't built very well. Because the first one, I mean, I can't remember how well the first one was marketed. This is like 20 something years ago. Probably more than that. But yeah, the first game was really fun to play. So I'm guessing they just didn't make the second one to be as good. Because even if it wasn't marketed fantastically, if it was a good game, it would just still have done really well. An example being Schedule 1. Did we end up planting more than we actually cut down? I think we did, but let's just make sure I get all those saplings. It's the only issue with the grass. You can't really see much through it if there's anything dropped. It's not as easy to pick out. But I don't want to remove it all, because then it looks obvious that this place has been tampered with. Apart from the fact that there's, you know, these trees growing in the wrong location. These all got 4s. Yeah. Just need one more, and then there's one up here. So there's one on the top of that. Okay, we can get another tree down. Okay, more stairs. Shit, let's take these down. Also, I haven't played Stalker 2 in a while. There has been two, I think, new big patches since I last played it. So I'm hoping there's few more fixes. Also, I don't know. I need to look into this. I don't know when the DLCs are supposed to be coming out. Because I'm guessing the DLCs will also open access up to the power plant area. Or if that's going to be coming in a patch, I don't know. I'm hoping that is coming soon, because I would love to go visit the power plant, maybe go inside it, see what's there. You know, maybe see what, if we can interact with it. Maybe see if we can also get up to the like the old control rooms and stuff like that, where it all kicked off. See the, was it AZ5 or something? The button that they hit, which kicked it all off. Well, yeah, kind of kicked it all off. It was already kind of screwed by that point. It was just that button was kind of the straw on the camel's back. Because they essentially pushed the reactor to breaking point, and then this, how this button, or what happened after this button was pressed, kind of was the tipping point. I just tipped it over the edge. Set the thing into full meltdown. Pop the lid off it. Also, I think the series was, with exception to a few areas, it was actually pretty accurate. And some of the areas that weren't was, I think the helicopter crash was one of the inaccuracies, because that didn't happen until a good while later than it's shown in the series. Also, the 3 divers that go underneath to empty out the pipes and all the water and stuff. I don't know if they actually say that they die in the show, so I don't know if it is technically an inaccuracy. In the show, when they're like saying they're going to need to get 3 people, they say, you know, we're going to need 3 people to do this, but by the way, they will be dead within weeks because of the radiation they're gonna endure. But I think when you look it up, I think, come on, don't know if there's still there's 2 of them alive and 1 had passed, but like much later than they were supposed to. Or if they've all passed, because I can't remember what the date was on the article I read about it. But basically, they lived like a full life, even though they were supposed to be dead within weeks. Also, the female scientist character is actually a fictional character, because when I was watching one of the it was like an interview thing for it, they said that they made this character up, and she's kind of depicting like a collective of scientists. She's sort of like the manifestation of all the different scientists that helped. I forget the name. Shabina is the guy that's played by the Swedish actor, I think he is. I forget the other guy's name. the main character. But yeah, she's the combination of all the different scientists that helped out. Hey Peter, how you doing? Thank you very much for the roses. I appreciate it. There you go, Shun. Shun? Are you saying Hun or Shun? But yeah, I appreciate it. I'm trying to think of some of the other inaccuracies. I watched, there's like a YouTube channel where they're like a movie buffs thing, and they pick out inaccuracies from movies that have depicted historical events and stuff like that. I can't remember what the other ones were. I'm going to fill this in. I'm not putting this out in a gap. Yeah, I'd love it if when they do add in accessibility for the power plant in Stalker, if it's like fully, if the interior is fully explorable and detailed and stuff. Because I'm pretty sure the developers did actually go to Chernobyl to get like pictures and stuff that they could use as references and try and make areas of the game more picture accurate. Similar to how Chernobyl did it, I think. Theirs is supposed to be like a full-on recreation from photographs of the zone, and obviously like some areas edited to blend with the game's story. I did want to enjoy Chernobyl, I just couldn't. I didn't get like where I was going wrong with some of the areas, and maybe if it was bugs that were stopping me from progressing or whatever. But yeah, I did really want to enjoy it because I'm fascinated by the history of the zone and Chernobyl and all that sort of stuff. Partly because I grew up on the Stalker games. I can't remember when I might have been like 10 when I played Shadow Chernobyl for the first time. And then yeah, I think I played Shadow Chernobyl, Call of Pripyat, and then Clear Sky, which the order they were released is actually Shadow Chernobyl, Clear Sky, Call of Pripyat. So I think it was we bought those two games first, and then we bought Clear Sky later. Actually, I need to do the other roof, don't I? Let's get rid of this apple. Okay, let's try and do this one next. I think this one I'm going to make into part, like the downstairs area is going to be shop, the upstairs area is going to be the living area for the villager trader that will be in here. I don't know which type of trader is going to be just yet. I think that building I will make into part library, part villager living area. I'm going to need more spruce on her. Yeah, I need more spruce. Can we aim for the window? Yep, nice. Now I just gotta try and get back on the top of it. Where's those fireworks? I mean, I could have done scaffolding, but the fireworks were more fun. Okay, again, this will be an L-shaped roof. So I did bring these up to the right level as well. Okay. Start from over on this side. I think I did go for one of the more awkward roof designs. See where this gets up to. Just again, I don't want them to be obscenely high because they do look a bit weird when they get like that. They just look, you know, like the size of the house up from the ground up to there is like twice the size with the roof on it. Like, what I mean is the roof is like twice the size of that area. And it just looks weird. Oops. I don't know, Missy Brown's coughing can be picked up by the mic. Yeah, she's got a proper bad cough in a minute. We have to go around this house and get rid of those misplaced blocks. Got on that right? Yeah. No, fuck. Gotta get back on it. Oh, wrong block. Is that the same height as that? Can't tell from here. Don't fall. Oh, fuck. Let's try that again. I gotta really slow down. There we go. Okay, let's see if this is the same height. I don't think it was. It looked, yeah, it's definitely lower. Can I get to this height though? I don't think it's as wide, so it might do. Yeah. Here we go. How long has it been raining in the game? Feels like ages. We must be in the British biome. Oh fuck. I also picked Fallout 4 up a bit more recently, so I keep mixing up some of my builds in the with the settlements. So I might actually draw out like a map for them, and then decide what's going where. So I think I've multiplied like the same factories and stuff in different areas. So I think I've got like 2 or 3 different Nuka-Cola factories. And a couple of different ammunition and weapons factories. So yeah, I might actually make a map of them, decide what kind of works best in terms of its placement and stuff, and then plan out the settlements better that way, so it's not multiple settlements doing the same sort of thing. Yeah, a lot of the farms will still work as farms where they're supplying the faction with food and water. But some of those settlements might also have like some sort of canned food production site, or like a Nuka-Cola distillery, or a whiskey or something. So each one has like its own specialized product with it. And then what I might do, if I can find some which are kind of close to each other, is they might be like the ones where it's more the weaponry side of things. It's like ammunition, power armor, which I think I'm going to do in the Mechanist area, because that kind of works with power armor in a little bit. So yeah, I was thinking the Mechanist for power armor, maybe I forget what it's called, Nordhagen or something like that. The outpost, which I think is like east of the Mechanist's lair, could be for weapons or ammo, and then another close by settlement for, well, either weapons or ammo, whichever the other one does. The other settlement will do the opposite. Yeah, I should also probably start playing the campaign a little bit more again in that, because I haven't progressed anywhere in the campaign in that for ages, especially the main campaign. I did quite a bit of the Far Harbor one, because I didn't actually do the Far Harbor campaign in my first couple of playthroughs. So I've actually done that one. I think I've done the main quest in Far Harbor. I don't think I've done some of the side quests though. I think I kind of sided with all in the sense that I didn't kill off a faction. But I say I more sided with, I forget the name of the synth area, Arcadia I think it's called, and also the people of Far Harbor. Those are the two that I sided with more for that story, rather than the Children of Atom, because I've always seen them as the bad guys. They always kind of shoot you on sight anyway. So I don't know if there is a way for you to side with them, because I'm pretty sure when you go back to the Commonwealth, and maybe also in some areas of Far Harbor, they just shoot you on sight. So you can't really side with a faction that hates you in other areas. It doesn't really make sense. Is that gonna fuck. Is that gonna be enough stairs? I feel like I might need some more. But yeah, obviously the people of Far Harbor, for me, they're like an easy one to side with. Their main objectives seem to just be survive. Whilst Arcadia's was, you know, it was supposed to be like a synth refuge. Which, yeah, I'm like a very odd fan of the Brotherhood, because the Brotherhood, I'm pretty sure if you tell them there is this this synth refuge here, I think it does trigger the possibility to have a mission where you go with the Brotherhood and attack it. Or at least that's what I've heard. I haven't actually tried doing it myself. It might be a mod, I don't know. But that would also be kind of cool, having the Brotherhood take over Far Harbor. It would probably also wipe out the Children of Atom, because whilst they are human, their love of radiation will probably go against the Brotherhood of Steel's aims. Also, the Children of Atom will probably shoot them on sight, like they do with most of the people, which obviously would just instantly start a conflict, and then with the Brotherhood of Steel's firepower, they'd very quickly wipe them out. But yeah, even though I love the Brotherhood of Steel, I still wanted to side with the synth sanctuary, because, you know, I also have that like good guy karma thing, and there being a safe sanctuary for a people that aren't hostile towards everybody made sense in that character type. Also, I'm pretty sure if you take Nick there, I think Nick and is his name Dim or something like that? I think they're kind of related in a way. Like, I think the synth memory thing was made to be like their brothers or something. Oh, yeah, something along those lines. Because I'm pretty sure if you take Nick there, you get a special dialogue between them. I think I've used Nick a little bit as a companion in my first playthrough, but since then I haven't really used him much. I hadn't even taken him out of in the current playthrough. I hadn't actually taken him out of the detective building that he's in. I haven't like moved into another settlement or anything like that. Also, one thing that I didn't notice as much in my first playthroughs is the random people with the dogs that walk around. I don't mean like, you know, you get raiders with attack dogs and stuff. I mean the ones which will sell you their dog. You know, like you can get dog meat. You can apparently get other dogs, which I definitely don't recall coming across them in the first 1 or 2 playthroughs I did. Unless they've been like a later addition. I think I bought like 2 of them. And I've just sent them to a couple of different settlements. I've not actually used them. I think one, the recent one I got, I sent to Vault 88. Which I'm still like completely redesigning. So the entire thing's connected into one big vault. Because the way I had it before, there was like the first main area they go into, which is like the train hub. That was the main vault, and then you go through a door and you'd be out in the like open cave air, and you come to like another part, and it was again like a miniature vault, which supplied the other vault was in some way, whereas like a farm vault area. But I've done it so that all those are now connected. So it is more feeling like one big vault. Well, as much as I can anyway. There are a couple of areas where you can't really connect it up as easily because the axis way through doesn't allow that. An example being if you get to the main train hub and then you go straight ahead down the train tracks area, you can go left and it takes you around into an area where there's like the big water pump thing. But before that left, if you keep going forward and right, there is like a maintenance area that then goes into a cave where I think there is, I want to say a death claw, but I can't remember. But yeah, there's another large area there, which is where I've built another part of the vault, which is actually like I'm making it into more like the sciencey area and where the reactor is for the vault's power. But you can't actually properly connect that to the rest of the vault because that maintenance room that you go through to get to this cave is too tight to actually put a vault walkway block through it. At least that's what I remember. It's been a while since I've been into that vault, and it's been even more of a while since I went to that particular part of it. Because, yeah, the Vault DLC is great for Fallout 4, because the area adds, the settlement area adds in for building a vault, and is huge. Also, it has so many areas to explore. Like, you come across areas where, if you're not in the build mode, it looks like it's just a caved in area of rocks. But then if you access the build mode, you can actually take away those rocks and gain access to a even more area to build into. Also, it's just generally fun having your own vault to mess around with. But I found some of the way the settlers work is a bit odd sometimes, like, because I've made the vault to work throughout so many different areas of the build area that you have. Some of the areas are really empty because they kind of just congregate in the main atrium area that's in the train hub. So you'd walk through the rest of the vault and it's like, okay, this feels like, even though it's, you know, full of furniture and it looks like there should be people living in this area because it's a living quarters or whatever, there's nobody here because they're all back in the atrium or like chilling out in the cafeteria or something. I don't know what the max number of settlers you can have in a settlement is, or if it varies per settlement due to the size, but I feel like they need to increase it for the vault settlement, because it definitely needs more people in it with the size of it. Okay, have we done 2 roofs? This roof's done. Although I need to do the windows and stuff. That roof I think is done. Just need to get rid of these little bits that I misplaced. Is it done? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is done. Yep. Okay, this place is starting to look more like a town with houses rather than just foundations. I'm gonna need to put some torches and stuff on top of these buildings to stop you guys spawning on them. They really stand out with this type of dark roof that they have. It just looks like a really big patch of dark area. I could probably fit into a building up here. And then, yeah, this will be the stronghold, which is kind of like the fortress for the settlement. That'll be the warehouse, wall, and then there'll be like a watchtower here to keep an eye on ships coming in, and also as well as keep an eye on anybody who's trying to attack the settlement from here. We'll put another tower on this side. Main gate. I'll expand the wall a bit more so it's a little bit more noticeable on the map, as well as obviously when you're looking at it in person. It doesn't just look like one block thick of spruce planks. It'd be more like the Roman palisade walls, which I think were more like stumps of logs and stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do this warehouse, because it's going to look somewhat different to the houses, because I don't want it to look identical to a house where people are like, okay, it's just a big house. I might do it similar to the warehouse that was in Crusadia, where it's two, instead of these, where it's, you know, you got space for a window. I might do it similar to the one in Crusadia, where it's 2 wide instead of 3 wide. Never mind, I must have done that one 3 wide. Is it the front and back which is 2 wide? Also, yeah, I need to put up more banners in that other settlement. I need to give it a proper name as well. I haven't thought of a good one yet. Something food related, because it's supposed to be the food supply for Crusadia. But yeah, this one where it's like 2 wide. I'm going to probably do some of that on the warehouse. Maybe we'll have 2 wide coming in from each side, and then maybe in the middle there'll be like a few where it's 3 wide. That should work, I hope. Yeah, it means I'll have to mimic it on the lower area. Which actually I think I might space it out for 3 wide, so I'll have to alter that. Has anyone been here whilst we've not been here? There's a business house. I believe that one's Pred's. This one's Pred's friend. Compaw's got a plot, but you never actually got around to building the house. So this is Compaw's plot. That's my plot. As you can probably tell, because the house design is very similar to the ones that we've been doing. I think this is someone that joined us for the stream, but I don't think... I'm pretty sure they left the Discord, so I don't think they'll be coming back. So I might be able to open that spot back up. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's been altered. Also, once all this has been done, I'm going to put a fortress in the nether on the other side of that portal. So it's like our nether fortress. To try and protect us from anything coming through it. Which we have had a few pigmen come through. I really gave up halfway through that one, didn't I? I actually done that one similar to the others because it needs a level rather than sticking out. See, how much money have I got? I was thinking for buying village rags. Okay. I can get like 14 villager eggs, because I'm pretty sure they're 8 grand an egg. Off the top of my head. Wait, where's the other dog? Why is there only one of you? Oh, the one's inside. Shed ton of chickens. And then our captured skelly horses. I was going to put rabbits in here. I think. Or was it llamas? I can't remember. Actually, I need a doghouse. And possibly another paddock for rabbits. We might be able to put some space on here for them. Maybe this building we make into the doghouse. And then yeah, a small rabbit paddock in here. So what would you... rabbit hutch? That's the right term for like a man-made rabbit home. Which has a run in it. So it's not just the hutch where it's all inside and cramped. So yeah, I was gonna do a roof for that balcony area. Whoops. Fuck that up. This is why I hate doing rooftops. We have it reaching over one. There we go. Then I'll just need a pillar or something to support it. That equal? 4, 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's good. Okay, windows. Also, I should probably put fences on the balcony as well so we don't fall off and I get sued for health and safety. Windows. Forgot what I was doing then. Actually, where did I put sand? Have I even got sand whilst I've been here? I don't recall having got sand, so we're gonna have to go out and get some. Hopefully there's some down there by the river. There is some, but it's very little. Is there no more? So where the hell does that go to? There's some. Should be plenty for now. Okay, I'm getting dried kelp from this apparently. Hey, Mr. Brennan, thank you very much for liking the live. I don't know why my just came to my head. Also, who's going to be getting the new Switch and the new Mario Kart? Probably won't at first. I might later. I don't know. I don't really play the Switch I have now that much. Although I won't mind playing the new Mario Kart, and I'm pretty sure it's only going to be on Switch 2. I don't think it's being brought to Switch 1 as well. I play with mine. I know. I need to play mine more. I need to play the Pokemon games that I've got. I need to actually complete them. I think one I got like somewhat close, maybe like three quarters of the way through the game. I think it was Sword and Shield. Or was it the one before that? Might have been the one before that actually. I can't remember. I lost track of which ones I've got. Actually no. No, I think it was Sword and Shield I got 3 quarters of the way, and then the new one I got is the one where the Pokemon look like bikes, which I'm not actually the biggest fan of. Like, For me, Pokemon are supposed to be, you know, creatures of their own. Yeah, they're not supposed to be freaking motorbikes or ice cream cones. Some of the designs in the latest generations have been very odd. There's one which is like a teacup. I think there's one which is like a tea jug thing, and then an ice cream cone. And it's like, these don't really feel like creatures. These just feel like somebody's managed to animate objects. And then the worst ones of all, the feckin' trash bags. Who the hell made those? It really did feel like they just decided, let's turn objects into Pokemon. No, because then they're not creatures anymore. They're just objects that move. And then, yeah, Sword and Shield. There is a sword. Actually, there's 2 sword Pokemon. And then... Is there also 2 shield Pokemon? I'm guessing so, because I'm guessing they'll have an evolution. Unless the sword Pokemon turns into the shield Pokemon. I don't know. But... Why? Why turn creatures into just objects? It doesn't give the same feel to it. Can I play with you, please? So I play on a public server. It's called Picnic SMP. The link for it, if I remember off the top of my head. I say that whilst I'm trying to look up the link. It's picnicnet.xyz. It can be found on Planet Minecraft and a couple of the other Minecraft server listing websites. Let's stick sand in here. It does run Java and Bedrock, but the Bedrock needs to be backlogged. Or backdated, whatever the right term is. And the Java version is 1.21.1, if I remember correctly. I don't know, I just open Minecraft and it opens. I'm pretty sure it's 1.21.1. Okay, we are finally gonna have some windows. Flex the arms. There's no muscles on. I need to get back to the gym. How do I join? So if you go to your Minecraft... actually, if you head over to Google, go to Planet Minecraft. This is probably going to be the easiest way to get all the information that you need. And then search Picnic SMP. Should come up that way. Just to be sure if it does, let me try it. Planet Minecraft. Picnic SMP. Yeah, it does. It's the first one. Actually, is that the current server? Is that the old server? I think that's the correct one. Yeah. You're on PS5. I don't know if that will work. Does it use Bedrock? If it does, I don't think it'll work because you have to backdate the Bedrock version, which I don't think you can do on consoles. Keep fucking up with these windows. I'm going to run out of them. I might leave. I don't know. Try and do all these. Probably leave that one open because I don't know what I'm going to do with that just yet. If I'm going to make another level up here. There's definitely space for it. Okay, I really fucked that up. I'm also going to need the scaffolding. Am I meant to get into bed? You'll just need to move that thing into place and move the other one around. I'm going to be ending shortly, so I can do that in a minute. Not going to stream too long tonight. I feel like I'm getting a bit of a cold. But I don't know if that's just my hay fever. Better not be a cold. Cannot be else with cold. Cough, cough. Yeah, it's not a cough. Again, I'll leave those empty just in case I do decide to put another floor above this. Because there's definitely some room up there to possibly put like an attic area. Awesome on the windows, let's go and do these ones. Must have run out of blocks there or something. So yeah, I'll just put those. Oh, I don't need to bring the windows back. If I've got enough windows to do this house. Bet yeah, run out. And then be like one less than I need or something. Fucking called it. That's typical. Okay, well, I'll fix that up at some point. That is just typical. One sec. I gotta figure out where this fucking cave is. Alright, whilst you two fight each other, let me just light this thing up so that you guys will stop spawning. I'm getting tired of listening to you guys when I'm walking over that path. Right, let's see if we can find the one that's lower down. Because I know when I walk over the area path over here, I hear the same thing. Yeah, you can hear him walking around. hell are you guys? If you're ever so slightly lower, or literally like right next to me. Where the hell are they? How have I not come across them yet? Okay, yeah, now they definitely sound further away. I'm just putting a massive hole in the ground trying to find this cave. Have I gone too low or something? There you are, okay. Bollocks. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Huh? Rip. Okay, let me go get some more torches. And then we'll light up that cave and then hopefully we hear no more mobs. Okay, is that all lit up now? Or is there more stuff over here? I don't think this was big enough for it to spawn anything. Okay. I should stop anything spawning now. So we don't have to listen to them anymore. And then we can just cover this up. Like it was never there! Right. I am going to call it there. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I will be back on Wednesday when we're doing some Schedule 1. So if you haven't played this game yet or you have seen it and are interested in getting it, definitely come and join us for Wednesday's stream where we will become the notorious new business on the block. Trying to get our product to everybody. I haven't played this game in multiplayer yet. I've only played it single player, and it is a really chill, fun game to play. So it should be even more fun with a few friends. So yeah, come and join us for that on Wednesday. Usual start time, 8 PM UK time. In the usual places as well of Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, and Kick. I do multi-stream to all 4 platforms at the same time. So yeah, if you have a preferred platform at those 4, you can watch us on any of them. Or all of them. If you've got multiple screens. You can stick me on every screen you've got. That might be a bit much, but to each their own. Yeah, if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, the invite link for the Discord server should show up in the chat. If you're watching on Kick, you can get the invite link from the links below the stream. And if you're watching on TikTok, if you head over to my profile, head to my Instagram, you can get all my social links from there. Yeah, best place to keep up with everybody outside of the streams, the whole community and everything. And also join in on some of the games that we do during the streams. Go up in the Discord, come say hello. And yeah, I do post when I'm looking for gamers to join in on some of the streams, which we might do for Schedule 1, because I know there's 2 of us at the minute, so I might see if we can get a few more people in there. And I'll see if we got how many spots we got free for Sea of Thieves on Friday, but we might have a full crew, but I'll have to double check that one. But yes, apart from that, I will love you and leave you. Thank you all very much for watching. I do really appreciate it. Thank you also for all the likes and the shares and the new follows as well, on whichever platform it is that you've liked or followed or shared on. And yes, I will see you all on Wednesday. But until then, I will love you and leave you. And I bid you all good night.
Dragging me under the table, hell in her eyes. She wants to put me in a hole. Beautiful liar, holding me, I'm a neighbor, bleeding me dry. She wants to devour my soul.
Fuck.
Me in the back, now I'm bleeding slowly. Pray to God I'm holy, bury me still intact. Baby, don't make a noise. Murdering brings you joy.